Today I'm feeling pretty well. Mentally and physically, I feel kind of strong, but emotionally, I don't feel very well because I really thought that I had a close alliance with Stephanie and Rafe since day one of the Yasha tribe, and I thought I was going strong with them, but I was voted off last night, day 37, and I wasn't, it didn't set with me very well. I was not ready to be voted off. I still had, enough strength in me to go on. But all in all, I felt like, I made a Final Four and I did a good job for myself. At Tribal Council last night, day 37, when I saw pretty much the way the vote went against my favor, I really thought that I had a real good chance because I felt that as far as I'm concerned, I have posed no threat to Stephanie, Rafe, or Danny in any situation to where, I don't feel that I was capable of winning any reward or immunity or anything of that sort. I felt like I was still in the game. So, when they told me that that I was basically being voted off, actually, I tried my best to keep myself in the game. So I had, approached Stephanie and Rafe and say, are we still voting the same? Are we voting Danny off? But they kind of switched on me and told me that I pose a very big threat as far as the very last immunity challenge because mentally I'm very, very strong. Physically, I probably am not. So at the Tribal Council last night, when I was sitting there, I tried my damnedest to persuade them that, I pose no threat. I need to still be in this game. I'm not ready to give up. I'm not ready to just walk off here without a fight. But when my name came up 3 times, I was gone. I felt like it was so unfair. 37 days, I worked my butt off to stay in this game. I worked hard. I was a provider, and I was not ready to be voted off, and I had that willpower, that strength to go on, even for one more day. But when I saw my name, it crushed me. It really did. I felt, a little bit betrayed. I was, in a roundabout way upset, and, I was doomed. There was nothing I could do. So it was not a good feeling at all. Actually, the experience that I had out in Survivor 11 Guatemala style was by far the most difficult challenge I had in my whole entire life. It was grueling. It was hardship. It was, the living condition here was brutal. The sun was very, very scorching hot. The mosquitoes out here was just horrendous. I mean, the food supply, going hungry almost every single day. Then being up against challenges. You have to be strong and to mentally and physically to endure that. So all that put together was by far the most devastating, excruciating experience I ever had in my life. I often wondered, what did I put myself up against? Why am I here? What am I doing? But I wouldn't trade it for the world, though. It was a great experience. It showed me what I'm capable of doing, how strong mentally and physically I really am. And I never knew that unless I've tried it and experienced it for myself. If I had a chance to do this again, I would not do it again. It's something that I accomplished. I did it for once in my lifetime, and I think that's pretty much enough. I mean, it was very, very hard, very difficult. But overall experience, I had a good time. I made a lot of friends along the way, and I'm satisfied with my outcome and how far I've gotten into this game. So I'm very proud of myself. I feel that when people say that this was the most hardest survivor, the most difficult survivor in all the previous episodes, I do believe it because, first of all, the harsh condition, the weather, which all of a sudden, out of nowhere, with thunder and lightning and downpour of rain, just out of clear blue sky. It could be sunny. The next moment, the rain. Then all of a sudden, the heat, the temperature getting up to 120 degrees or more, and then you have to participate in challenges with this enormous amount of heat. And then there's the mosquito effect. The mosquito is constantly around you, day and night and morning. You can't sleep at night. Sleeping here with the howling monkeys hollering all night long, you can't sleep. I mean, everything is up against you, whether it's the weather, the mosquitoes and the bugs, the living conditions out here, which is you can't even sleep because the monkeys are terrible. The frogs croak at night so loud that it's worse than people snoring. And the condition where we have little or no amount of food. I mean, we was told that the lake that we live by was full of fish. There wasn't a lick of fish. There was minnows this small. And we've tried fishing out there, and they boast about how many crocodiles are out in that lake. So you can't really go out there in the lake. You can't really swim out there. So, you're up against harsh conditions. Then to trek down and get water 3/4 mile every single day, and to find wood, and to make your fire, and to grind corn 3 times a day, that's a back-breaking job. So all in all, we had nothing but corn to eat, and Ramon nuts that we had to, forage on the ground. It was very harsh, very, very difficult living condition. For 37 days, I've been grinding corn, making a meal out of corn. We've tried several different ways, but the bad part about it is the corn that they supplied us with is corn that pretty much nobody in America would eat. It's pretty much fed to the cows, and all the cattle. So imagine that, rock hard corn that we had to crush and then grind up every single morning 3 times a day. And mind you, I'm the cook. I came out here to be the provider. It was a back-breaking job. After 10 minutes of that, you can't feel your fingers. You can't even stand up because your legs are cramped. Your back is all bent out of shape. And to eat corn like that every single day for 37 days, I'm not even going to buy a tortilla. I'm not even going to buy a Dorito chip. I tell you, no more corn for me for at least a year. I guarantee it. I think the one thing that I'm going to miss the most is the fact that, overall, I did enjoy the experience. I've learned a lot about myself, and some of the challenges was actually fun. And, it taught myself, to persevere and, keep going strong. And I also miss the company of a lot of people here. I've grew to known them and, for 37 days, live with them day and night, more so than you would with any family member or any loved one. Out here living day to day, every day, and you create a bond with people out here and basically make a friendship. So I met a lot of good people out here, and that's pretty much what I'm going to miss out here the most.